Guess what? There are 8 more weeks left of the year. 8 weeks until audition season officially starts. We need to get our act together and start preparing now so that way when audition season comes, we are not unprepared. First of all, hi, my name is Camille Jett. I am an actor based in New York City. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. I am pretty newly post-grad. Maybe I can't say newly post-grad anymore. It's been a little over a year since I graduated with my BFA in musical theater and 3 months since I have moved to New York City. So it's about to be my first audition season living in New York City. I am so excited for that, and here's some things that I'm gonna do to get ready and things that you can do to get ready. First of all, what is audition season? If you're like, Bill, what does that mean? Aren't there auditions all year round? Yes, but audition season refers to when there is so many more auditions happening all at once. Like right now, it's kind of a slow period of time. There's not a ton happening right now. So audition season specifically is January, February, March, kind of April. It's that beginning of the year. So why is it called audition season? Like, why are there so many auditions happening during that time, during those months? It is mainly because pretty much every regional theater is going to be auditioning then, like every regional theater in the country, because most theaters do shows in the summer. They have more shows in the summer, and there's a lot of theaters that exclusively do shows in the summer. And sometimes they're even auditioning their entire season all at once. So starting in the summer, going all the way through the end of the year. Those auditions happen January, February, March, April. Insane. So that's the main reason. There are just so many auditions that happen then. So we gotta lock in and get ready, because once audition season hits, we're gonna be busy and stressed out. So here are things that we can do to prepare for that. Number 1 is film 32-bar cuts. You have your audition book, you know, but you basically also kind of need a virtual audition book of songs that you already have filmed, so it's just easier to send off. Think about it. When you see an audition for a theater that you like, it's virtual submission, time is of the essence on that. The earlier you can get it in, the more likely they are to watch your video, and the more likely that you are to hear back from them. So the earlier you can send it in, the better. Also, if there are 10 regional theaters doing the same show, might as well film a song from the show, and then you already have something to submit, or film a song that works as a good audition piece for that show that everybody does. So that way you don't have to film a new video for every single theater. You probably already have a lot. Look at which ones you can probably use again. See where are some gaps of different kinds of songs that you maybe want to put on tape for roles that you'd be good for, or maybe update a video that you already have and you think that this is a good song, I've used it a lot. Get a new clip of you singing it, because you know we all improve and get better all the time. You want to make sure that all of your footage represents where you're at right now. Think about, is there a dream role that you want to play that you're old enough to play right now, that every regional theater maybe does this show? Get that on tape. Like for me, I want to play Elle Woods in Legally Blonde. I do really bad. Regional theaters are always doing that show. I do not have me singing so much better on tape. That's a goal of mine, is to get that on tape, because imagine how much more likely I am to get a call back when I see a theater doing it and I'm like, oh great, let me email them and be like, hey, I'd be a good Elle Woods. Here's me singing the literal song in the show that she sings. Here you go. And then if they like it, then they're like, oh shoot, we don't even have to think, is she good for this? We can see she is. So like, let's send her callback materials. That has happened to me before, and it's smart to do. At the beginning of this year, there was a theater that was doing Chicago, and I was like, I'm great for Roxy in Chicago. Guess what? I already have Roxy from Chicago on tape. Let me send them that video. And guess what? Oh, I also already have a video of me doing choreography from Chicago. Great, let me send them those 2 videos in an email. And guess what? I got a call back for Roxy. And all I had to do was just type a little email out. I already had all the work done. I didn't have to film anything for it specifically. They got a great idea of that I'd obviously be good for the part. They liked the videos of me doing the material, and they were like, send us more videos of you doing the material. It's such a smart thing to do. And I had it on tape like from another audition, but even if you haven't auditioned for it before, it's smart to put it on tape so that way you can get seen for it. Dream roll is a good thing to do. Just a general 32-bar cut that you love, maybe that you love bringing in the audition room, that you think works for a lot of things, like would work for a lot of seasons. 1 minute, like contemporary funny song, or a 1 minute cut of a more legit piece. Then you have 2 different options that work for all kinds of shows. Or if you're one of those people that is a really good contender for one of the shows that regional theaters love to do right now, Frozen, Beautiful, the Carole King musical, any of those, if you are someone that you know that you're castable in those things, go ahead and get on it and get that filmed now. Get a 60s pop song on tape for Carole King. Get an Anna or Elsa song on tape. Why not? It'll be so much easier for you. Come From Away, lots of theaters are doing. If these are good shows for you, get them on tape so that way when audition season comes, you are more likely to get auditions for those things because you already have footage of you doing it. It's so smart. Number one will help a lot with number two, which is redo your reels. Redo your reels. I love it if a theater doesn't specifically ask for a 32-bar cut, or if they don't have online submissions but I can't go to their audition for whatever reason. I love just sending them my reel. I don't have to do any extra work. I already have a reel. They can get a good idea of what I can do. Revamp your reels. If you're lost and you don't really know what I'm talking about when I talk about reels, a reel is basically a highlight reel. All of the things that you can do, short clips of them put together in a short 3-minute video. That's just an estimate and it's different for depending on what the reel's for. A short couple-minute reel of you doing a bunch of different things that kind of gives an idea of who you are as a performer. It is important that these are updated. They show what you can do right now. They show you off very well, and being strategic of, is this how I want to market myself? What roles can I play right now? What kinds of roles do I do really well? Putting material like that in your reel. So if you film these 1-minute cuts to just have an upload on your Actors Access or to send to theaters as cuts on their own, you can take parts of those cuts and make an updated reel with them. The different kinds of reels. First, we've got a vocal reel. I think bare minimum, you need to have a vocal reel and a dance reel, just because you'll get asked for those. You can also have a performance reel if you want, which is kind of a combination of both. And a performance reel, if you're calling it that, shouldn't be self-tapes. It should be like you performing in a cabaret or in actual productions, actual show footage. But vocal reel can be 100% self-tapes. It can be from shows too. It can be whatever. People will ask, is it okay to have a self-tape in a vocal reel? I think that that's probably preferred. It's not like a film reel where a self-tape is not ideal. Like for a film reel, you kind of want it to be work that you've done and it be professional work. Ideally, I don't have a film reel, so I don't really know what I'm talking about, but for that, like, you don't really want to have self-tapes unless that's all you have. For a vocal reel, not necessarily, because they do want to see your face pretty well, and if it's a grainy show footage, it's not as clear, so I think a variety in that is great. And a lot of the time self-tapes are more clear. So use the self-tapes if you have them, put that in your vocal reel. Again, vocal reel I think should be probably between 2 to 4 minutes. 4 minutes is a little long. Mine's 4 minutes. Don't come for me, it's a little long, but I'm going to redo my vocal reel, maybe make it a little shorter. Don't put the full clip in there. If I have 5 1-minute cuts of songs that I have filmed, I am not putting the full thing in there. I'm maybe putting a 15-second clip from this one, a 30-second clip of this one. Cut it down. In a vocal reel, you don't have to have like moment before, leading into it, or after. Think of it like you're making a TikTok and you want to make it really engaging. If you are scrolling on TikTok and you see someone post their self-tape and it starts with like them like this and like the intro of the music's like 10 seconds long and they're like, oh, like you're gonna scroll. It's not going to engage you. Think of it like that in your reel. Start it right when it's getting interesting. Skip maybe the beginning part of the song that doesn't show much. Start at the chorus when it starts to build, something like that. A vocal reel is kind of like that, where you want to make it really engaging. Now, when it comes to a dance reel should be a lot shorter than a vocal reel. Dance reel should be about 30 seconds, if maybe you're more of a mover and you don't want it to be this long, 30 seconds to 1 minute or a minute and a half max. Mine's about a minute and a half long because it's a verse and a chorus of the song that I picked. Most of the time you're gonna pick your own song to just play on the whole thing, and then the audio that the actual clips have playing, you're not gonna hear that, so you're gonna turn it down. I suggest picking a song that fits with your clips pretty well. I also think that it can show a lot about you as a person performer in branding yourself. I think it's smart to pick a song that kind of says something about you. And I also think that it should be upbeat enough to where the clips that you're putting out of context on this song where you weren't dancing to that song, I think that it should fit fairly well. Look at my dance reel if you want. It's on my channel. Fits very well, I think, to the music. I start at the beginning, kind of like a TikTok again, where I'm showing my strongest things at the beginning. And at the beginning, the clips are fast and you are seeing things I can do very quickly. You can see that I'm a trained dancer very fast. And then we do a little bit of longer clips, but that's the beauty of a dance reel. If you have a video of you doing like a 1 minute combo and you suck for 45 seconds of the combo, That's great. You can use the 15 seconds that you look really good. Or maybe you forgot the entire combo, but you nailed your double turn in the combo. Cut everything else out and just put the double turn part in your dance reel. So much you can do there. So those are my things with the reels. If you already have reels, update them before the new year. If you don't have reels, maybe consider making one for the first time. A lot of theaters will ask for dance reels. So I think it's important to have a dance reel. If you already have those things, you don't have to film anything new. Just pitch yourself in an email and send them your reels. It is so much easier to do. If you're in college, especially if you're a senior in college, really nail these down right now, because then you can start pitching yourself to agents. And I think that you need strong reels in order to pitch yourself to agents via email for them to want to consider you or have a meeting with you. You need to have really strong reels. So I suggest doing that. Even if you're earlier on in college, this is a great thing to do for summer stocks. A lot of these summer stock places will look at email submissions. And if you're in school, obviously it's a lot harder to go to in-person auditions. If you have a good reel, pitch yourself to all these summer stock places via email, and you probably can get virtual callbacks that way. We talked about revamping your virtual audition book of your collection of clips of you singing. Now let's talk about actually revamping your real audition book. Go through your audition book, look at it. Are there random songs in here that are not actually in your book that you've just left in here? Clean it up, take it out, organize it. Is the order in which your songs are in there, does it make sense? Or are they just randomly thrown in there? Can you find where each song is very easily? I have numbered tabs on the side and they're organized by dividers. It's so easy to find for me. Look at the songs in your book and think, have I ever sang this one for an audition? Or could I see myself singing it in the room or needing it for any kind of show? If not, take it out. Or if it's something that you might need but you're not sure, maybe just take it out and put it in another book, and then when that audition maybe comes along, throw it in there. Also looking at, do I know every song and cut in my book? That is so important. If you're in an audition and on the off chance they ask for something else in your book and the accompanist just starts flipping through and goes, oh wait, what about this song? And you don't know the song, that's terrible. That so rarely happens where you get the opportunity to sing something else for them. Like, that's such an exciting opportunity, and you don't want to blow it by half knowing the cut in there. Make sure you know everything in your book and see if you want to add something new in there, anything like that. Make sure that we're doing that before audition season starts. So instead of the night before an audition, you think, oh my gosh, I don't have any song that works for that. Let me just throw it in there. And then the next day you're nervous because you haven't fully practiced that song and it's brand new. Get it together. Think about it before. Think about really making sure that you know and work on these cuts right now, so that way you don't have to worry about it once audition season comes and you're busy and you're tired and you're stressed out. Number 4 is explore building a new stream of income. Just brainstorm and think, what is something that I can do and build right now to maybe make me a little bit more money on the side? Just brainstorm and think about that. I think that now is a good time. Once we get to January 1st, we're gonna think of all these goals and things that we wanna do and build. But if you start it now, you're so much more likely to continue with it once the new year starts. I think brainstorming other ways you can make money as an actor now is a really smart thing to do. I'm kind of doing it now. I'm thinking about, okay, what are some other ways I can bring in revenue for myself that maybe are kind of passive, things that I don't have to think about or work on as much, that I can make money on still, even when I'm busy or doing a show or busy with auditions. If you're thinking about starting to post on social media, go for it now. Building a coaching business or selling a digital product, anything like that. What are some other ways I can utilize my creativity and artistry to maybe bring in a little bit more income? There's so many different things that you can do to make money on the side that will help support your acting career. So I think that that's something smart to think about now too. Number 5 is update your headshot and resume. Do you need to get new headshots taken? If your headshots are a couple years old or they don't represent you well, or maybe they represent you well for some things, but you need a different look too to help represent this other side of you, maybe consider getting new headshots. Or if they're a couple years old and you don't really look like that anymore, or you got a different haircut, or you dyed your hair, think about getting new headshots. Or if you don't need new headshots, don't worry about it and think about your resume. But either way, even if you need new headshots, also think about your resume. Even if you don't have new credits to add on there, think about, is the way my resume is laid out in the way that it's written in the order of shows? Guess what? You don't have to put your shows in chronological order. It's not like a real resume. You don't put the year on there. It doesn't matter the order. You can put your most prevalent role at the top, or the thing that represents the shows you want to do in the future at the top. Take a really good look at your resume and think, how can I cater this to best serve me. Taking a look at those special skills, the training, what's a better way I can organize this, update it more, anything like that. I think that that's really smart to do. And also, of course, preparing for the audition season by getting them printed so you're not frantic and rushing around and trying to get your resume printed when you have an audition in 20 minutes. That's so stressful. I'm gonna go ahead and print lots of copies before the new year starts. Number 6, I know a lot of these are talking about just updating things, but I think that that's really important. And now's a good time to start thinking about it, and you can kind of slowly do it before that new year comes instead of getting to the new year and seeing people posting their updated reels or thinking, oh my gosh, I haven't updated my website or anything, which leads me to this point is update your website. So I know a lot of these might kind of sound obvious, but just giving you the things to think about in case you forgot. Don't neglect anything. That website is important. Think about, okay, do I have something on there that says currently and it's something that I did 6 months ago? Once you update all of your things, put it on your website. I think that that is so important to have because people are looking you up when you go to auditions. They're looking up your website. They're also looking up your social medias, but they're looking at your website too. And I think it's important to make sure that everything on there is updated. You don't have old headshots on there. You don't have old videos that don't represent you anymore on there. Make sure your resume is downloadable and it's the updated resume and not your old one. I know that that's something that I don't really think about a lot of like, oh, update the downloadable resume on my website. Like I updated my actual resume in the printed version, but maybe I forgot to update it on my website. Put new photos on there, maybe redo your bio. I hate the bio section of my website. It like stresses me out so much. I hate writing it. It's so weird to be like, I just never know what to write. But think about how you can update your website and make it better. And if you don't have a website and you're in college, I don't think you need one before college, but like you're in college, like consider building a website. And if you're out of college, I feel like you need a website. People are looking that up. It's an easy way for them to learn more about you and find more material. Casting does go out of their way to look at it if they're considering hiring you. Or if you get recommended for a job and people can't find your materials easily because they're not all in one place, like on your website, it's gonna be harder for them to recommend you. Putting all your reels on there, putting everything on there, I think is super smart to do. We have made it to our final point. Point number 7 is make your social media look like a business card. If you have a public social media, guess who's looking at it? Casting. Casting is, and probably like everybody that you meet. I mean, when I meet someone at an audition and I vibe with them, what's the first thing that they say when we part ways? They're like, what's your Instagram? Everyone networks with their Instagram now, I swear. No one's like, what's your LinkedIn? I don't know. We're not business people. We're actors, we're creatives. Everyone is exchanging Instagrams because we want to be social. You don't need a business card. No one's really carrying around business cards, but your Instagram low-key acts like your business card. So I think it's really important, even if you want your social media to just be for fun, you don't want it to be like an actor social media page where all you do is post your work, that's totally fine. It doesn't need to be that, but I think it's important when people go to your Instagram, they can tell that you're an actor, that you're a performer, and at the very least, you have your actor website in the link in your bio. And ideally, one of your pinned posts is maybe a video of you singing or your reel or something like that. Just so at least people have one thing to see of you performing or doing your job on your page. Again, it doesn't have to be everything you post. Absolutely post for fun, but also in that, obviously be smart about what you're posting because everyone can see it and you don't wanna lose opportunities because you're posting crazy stuff, okay? Don't post anything crazy. Not saying it has to be solely business, but I think it's smart because casting does go to your social media for a vibe check and potentially people could find you on social media just scrolling on their phone. If they can see your work, I think it's a great thing to have. So consider posting one singing video or posting your dance reel or something like that. I would consider it. Or even if you're too scared to make it a feed post, post some of them on your story and make it a story highlight. Those are just some ideas. I think it's really smart to utilize your social media because it is a 100% free marketing tool that we have. Acting, theater is a business, musical theater is a business, and each of us individually have to market ourselves in some kind of way. And I think that it is just really wise to use social media to help with that. So that way when you meet somebody and you guys happen to exchange Instagrams, because that always happens, then they can see more about you as an actor and learn more about you as an actor, and it could potentially lead to more opportunities for you. Those are some of my suggestions of things to start thinking about, of ways you can prepare before audition season 2026 comes upon us, because it will be here sooner than you think. I am 100% going to be doing some of these things. I need to update my vocal reel. I want to get more clips filmed. Like I said, I don't have so much better on tape, and I want it on tape because I want to play Elwoods. Will it happen this year? I don't know, but I'll have more of a chance to do it if I have a video of me doing so much better, that's for sure. And I'm gonna film other tapes as well. I wanna get a more legit song on tape, so I've got that side of me. I'm gonna update my vocal reel. My dance reel, honestly, is still pretty good and represents me pretty well, I think, and I don't have a lot of new dance clips. I still feel good with that for now, so I don't think I'm gonna update that, but those things, going to update for sure. I got some new headshots recently. I am out of resumes. I just kind of revamped mine to cater it to things that I want to do more. And I need to print more of those because I have none printed right now. These are things that I'm going to be doing. I think that they're really smart to do. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see what it's like me going through my first audition season in New York, because I will definitely be taking y'all along. But thanks so much for watching. That is all. Go check out my last video and I will see y'all next Sunday because I post every single Sunday.
Thank you so much for watching. Bye.
I believe in y'all. Have an amazing day. Bye.